Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum salam.
Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi wa ba'd. Honorable Chair, uh, distinguished professors, and today audience. First of all, I would like to thank the Istanbul Foundation. They given me to express my article. This is a golden opportunity for me. And my article topic is Educational Thought of Sayyid Badiuzzzaman Nursi for the Development of the Muslim Ummah. Education is the essential way for development of the nation. Development of all areas like the sociology, science, politics, economics, and culture depend on education. So, Muslim scholars and thinkers, they were concerned to development, the education, such as Sayyid Badiuzzzaman Nursi is a unique scholar and thinker. He proposed educational reforms at all levels, such as the elementary, secondary, and university. Especially, he described that the aim and nature will be Al-Azhar University. And his attention was to draw the young academician to train them. Ustad Nursi, as a unique thinker, intelligent, always investigating things, questioning, and seeking answering. Ustad Nursi studied all the subjects such as Islamic subjects as Quran, Fiqh, Hadith, Sunnah, Kalam, Aqidah. In addition, he also studied mathematics, physics, chemistry, astronomy, including history and geography. Then he was known as Badiuzzzaman, or the wonder of the age. During his study, he developed his ideas on educational reform and created his own particular methods of teaching. The basis of this method was to combine the religions and scientific subjects. And he thinks that this combined education system will be developed Muslim Ummah. And he liked to establish a university that named Madrasatul Zuhra. Besides explain Sayyid Badiuzzzaman Nursi's education system, I would like to express the importance of education. Dear audience, everybody we know the word education is came from the Latin educare. The meaning is to train, to bring. And we also know education is not preparation for life, but education is life also. If we saw in the Holy Quran, we found our Allah said in the Holy Quran, قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الَّذِينَ يَعْلَمُونَ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. And the other verses, اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم. These verses, and there is a lot of hadith, such as our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. And these hadith and verses of the Holy Quran, Sayyid Badiuzzaman Nursi deeply realized, and he determined to reform education system. Then he planned educational policy for the betterment of the Muslim Ummah. At the beginning of his life, he was known as Old Said. In that time, he was a social worker, politician, and da'i. After deep realization on education, he became to be known as New Said, and he became thinker, philosopher, and academician. As a New Said, he thought for the Muslim Ummah and upcoming Turkish generation. For this reason, he avoided politics and war and began the reform of education system. So he offered an effective and necessary education policy. Dear audience, besides this, we should to know the studies of Sayyid Badiuzzaman Nursi. His early education was under the close supervision of his elder brother, Mullah Abdullah. But the mastery of his study was in Bayezid Madrasa. Under Sheikh Muhammad Jalali, this study was the foundation of his religious science. One day, he dreamed the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who inspired him to study the Quran and Sunnah, because he was told in dream, knowledge of the Quran will be given to you on condition that you ask no question of any of my community. After the dream, he understood the meaning of the Quran, and he gathered various kinds of knowledge, such as spiritual, material, natural, social origin, and creation of the universe. Ustad Nursi's remarkable work was Risala-e-Nur. The main theme of the Risala-e-Nur was Tawheed, Risala, Akhlaq, Akhirat, Allah, man, universe, and their relation, spiritual aspects, fundamental human rights, reformation of mind, body, and society, educational reforms, and integration of knowledge between revealed knowledge and human knowledge. He writes, such as we know, the rise, the letters, the message, and the flashes, etc. Especially, I would like to explain the educational thought of Sayyid Badiuzzaman Nursi. Badiuzzaman Sayyid Nursi laid more emphasis on education system. He expressed his ideas and views on education system in his lifetime. The main part of his thought was integration of knowledge, which was integration of knowledge with religious science and modern science in accordance with the demand of the time. Famous reformer Sayyid Nursi offered a most unique and beneficial academic system to remove conflict between ulama and scientists. It is true that religious scholars, they have deep knowledge in religious subjects, but they have no interest in the general subjects. On the other hand, general scholars have also deep knowledge in general subjects, but they have no proper idea about religious subjects. As a result, day-by-day conflict between religious thinkers and general thinkers is increasing. To solve this problem and make a good interaction between Ustad Nursi, Ustad Nursi explained education plan. First of all, he proposed to establish the Madrasatul Zuhra and restructure completely madrasa education with integrated approach, the role of Madrasatul Zuhra. In addition, to incorporate there are three-dimensional elements. Okay, thank you. Three-dimensional elements into curriculum of educational institution, which are number one, material, number two, spiritual, and third, moral dimension. He wanted to use three languages as the medium of instruction of education called trilingual, with Arabic being compulsory and emphasis given on native language, which is Turkish and Kurdish. Ustad emphasized on establishing the University of Madrasatul Zuhra, where the religious and modern sciences will be taught side by side and combine them. It is necessary to formulate new measures to meet the demands of the time and to remove false ideas which cause feelings to helplessness and despair, shutting the door of progress and civilization. The purpose of this integration is to understand science from the Quranic perspective. Thus, the Quranic miraculousness should the guide, teacher, and master for humanity. In educational institution, teachers should be expert in their respective language and fields, as well as the role models and practicing Muslims with a sound understanding of the Quran and Sunnah. He advised his nation to incorporate the Risala-e-Nur collection into the syllabus in all educational establishment of middle and higher level, and to propagate his benefits through electronic media such as radio and television. Sayyid Nursi states to educate students by taking the psychological conditions of students into consideration. Topics should be made clear through examples, and lessons given to students should not contain academic words only. Sayyid Nursi, who wants the students to be treated with encouragement, guidance, advice, and grace regarding assuring the feeling of curiosity and interest, which in conditions of success in education. It is necessary to treat students tolerantly, not forcefully. So that was the educational thought came from Badiuzzaman Sayyid Nursi. I think that this is a very, very important and very necessary educational thought explained from Ustad Badiuzzaman Nursi. Thanks to all for hearing me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.